So I bit the bullet, and today I'm here at DBR High Performance, and I am going to get my Bronco tested on the dyno. I know, it's crazy. I know a lot of you guys are like me, and you would never spend money to get your Bronco dyno tested. But here's the deal, I want to do some upgrades, and I need to know what my baseline is. How much horsepower am I making right now? When this engine came out, the emissions control system had just changed. And so my 1975 probably was one of the most constricted engines. When this thing rolled off the factory line, it was probably only making 140 horsepower. My bet is gonna be right around 140. If I make way more than that, I'm gonna be ecstatic. If I make way less than that, I'm gonna cry and just throw this engine away. These guys at DBR are awesome, and these guys do a ton of awesome builds. It's beautiful out here. You got the country, and you got some high performance vehicles. It's all hooked up behind me. They pull the wheels off and connect to the hub on the axle, and that's how they get their reading. It's pretty awesome.
Basically, I set the vehicle up for the dyno, put in a few parameters so the dyno knows what's on it. I can set load, how much load the dyno puts on the vehicle. That kind of depends on gearing, horsepower. Sometimes all I can do is guess, and then we get the vehicle on it and we kind of figure out what it likes. Still really rich. Like if you look at the blue line, yeah, that's even rich for boost. Oh, okay. And as I make pulls, it's learning. You know, it's getting a little bit better. This white line is 12.7, decent average for NA car for the most place. So there's still probably a little bit of power on the table. Yeah. I only pulled it to about 5100. It kind of stops making power. No point. There's no point. You know, right. It makes peak power at 37, 3800. So to go farther, it's abuse. Yeah. Real good torque. You know, torque to horsepower.
So I'm here with David. We're talking about what we just did. I'm making about 140, 145 horsepower. And we're just talking about what are some of the upgrades that we need to do to this to make it a little bit more power. So what would you say? What are some of the things that I could do? Good exhaust, long tube headers. Your actual exhaust system is probably okay at this power level, but good set of headers, gonna make it breathe. Possibly turning the timing up, sticking with premium fuel, turning the timing up, seeing what the engine likes. That'd be probably round one for me. Okay. Doing something maybe with that air cleaner. That air cleaner is pretty restrictive, so doing something that's going to breathe a little bit better to go along with the headers exhausting better. Yep. So all that will scavenge better together and should make more power. Nice. Man, David, thank you so much. DBR, you guys got to check this place out. They're doing some amazing things in here and got some awesome builds going on. I really appreciate it, man.
No problem.
Thank you so much.
Yep.
My guess, my estimation is pretty accurate. About 140, 145 horsepower. about 220 foot-pounds of torque, 210, 220. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start putting some upgrades on this thing. Like David said, probably do some headers on here, get a different air cleaner on here. Now that I have my base line, I can make some upgrades and see what actually makes a difference. Make sure to subscribe and then leave a comment below. Tell me what you think I should do. What are the upgrades that I need to do? What are the ones that are actually gonna make a difference? And let's see how much difference they make. Thank you guys so much for watching. A lot of fun figuring out how much horsepower my Bronco actually makes. You know, it's funny when you see all these car shows where cars are getting 300, 400 horsepower and you're like, oh yeah, like my Bronco is probably like 300 horsepower, something like that. No, 140.